start. I'm going to keep share device audio. I'm now sharing my screen. Perfect. Here we go. Welcome to Rotary East Club of North Texas on this Tuesday, May 13th at 6:04. I appreciate you guys joining us on your Tuesday afternoon evening. I want to appreciate Mr. Richard Gilman coming as a guest from another Rotary Club, coming in tonight to listen to us. Thank you, Mr. Richard. Mr. David, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ms. Linda, could you lead us in our invocation, please?
As we gather here today as members of Rotary, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make a better world.
Perfect. Love it. Ms.
I
Judy.
do not have an opening thought. This I got
Yes, please do.
Rotary Club in England. It says, after eating an entire bull, a mountain lion felt so good he started roaring. He kept it up until a hunter came along and shot him. The moral of the story is, when you're full of bull, keep your mouth shut. That's another
Where you're going with that.
And common sense is not common.
We wouldn't have any members.
Anyway, I get the minutes from a club in England, and that was one of their thoughts for the day.
That's nice.
Oh, Richard's leaving?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Linda, for sharing. Ms. Juliet, would you be willing to read us our mission statement?
Yes. Do we have that up on the screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we looking for it?
It's on the screen.
Yep. There it is. Thank you. All right. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves.
Thank you. All right. The service project for this month is really focused on youth services. So I was kind of thinking, what are ways that we can do to support youth services in May? We do have a lot of kids graduating high school, tech school, college. We have Rotary does foreign exchange programs. We also do Camp Ryla, which is a leadership program for juniors in high school. So just, whatever you choose to do, be sure to report it. Let me know what services you are doing to help support our youth services this month.
David and I were participants at a career day for 12-year-olds at an elementary school in Dallas.
That was perfect.
So we contributed.
And I know Robin is going to be doing, Nellie, what is it at the school? Junior Achievement. She's going to be doing that this month as well. So those are some great activities by our Rotarians. Jack and Nancy had birthdays last month, so I must not have updated that for this month.
I think it's Katrina and Anoop, maybe?
Maybe that's it. Katrina and Anoop, we wish you a happy birthday. All right, any other open announcements?
I don't know of any.
I don't have anything. I did send out an email for the save the date for July 15th for our banquet. It's going to be in person in Irving.
On sport. That'll be easier with the pool. Yeah.
July 15th
July 15th.
at Spring Creek Barbecue.
In Irving. That's our next in-person meeting, and we'll have some awards there. I attended the district roundtable last week. Rotary International did pass a bill to increase dues by $4 a year for the next 4 years. So as a leadership team, we're going to take that away. We really need to kind of grow our members to help offset that cost, so we don't have to pass that on to our members. We run our club dues pretty thinly as we can, just paying the bare minimum what we have for Zoom, our website, and then international and district dues. So we definitely want to make sure we have some money to actually fulfill our mission, which we did get a lot of grant money this year to be able to do some good work in the world. So without further ado, I'm really excited to have Andrew Bolton on today. I think his topic is something really near and dear to all of us that we can all kind of learn from: bridging generational gaps and empowering community members through accessible technology. Mr. Howard, would you like to do the honors of further welcoming our speaker?
Sure. His topic is Service Above Self, Bridging Generational Gaps and Empowering Community Members Through Accessible Technology. And when he's speaking, if you could mute your microphone so he doesn't get background noise, and then when you want us to do Q&A, we can unmute, but that will give you a quieter thing. You should go for 20 to 30 minutes, and we do record this, so the majority of our members watch the videos afterwards. That's the podcast, so this isn't the only people watching you. With that, I will mute myself and look forward to hearing your presentation.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Bolton. I am the CEO of Tech Rescue, LLC, and we are a 24-hour customer support helpline. That's what we do. Our story goes back about 3 years now. My grandmother was somebody who was very much into genealogy, and when Facebook and MySpace and the internet came about, she was able to connect with portions of our family through Scotland, England, Ireland, and technology has made the world such a unique place. We are all now so connected. You can find army buddies, you can find people that you served with, who you did basic with. We're reuniting old enemies as allies and friends through technology, and through modern technology, we're able to trace back different connections through anywhere in the world. So what we do is, when you have issues, whether it's Bluetooth, whether it's the printer, the TV's not connecting, the remote's not working, when you finally get to that point and you're frustrated, you just want help. Today, all you have are bots, chat bots, wait times, press 1 for English, 2 for hold. It gets very, very frustrating. So, Tech Rescue avoids that. 24 hours, 7 days a week, we're available anytime, anywhere in the world that you can call and get help immediately. As long as you have a data connection, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, we can get to you. So if, let's say you're visiting your family in Kansas, call us up, we can take care of it. You're on vacation with your significant other in Europe, and your laptop's not working, we'll take care of it. We can be anywhere in the world, wherever you are. And that's what we do. We are the people that you want to call. We are exactly that. We are on the other end of the line asking how we can help. So where do we find our problems today? Well, technology has advanced so far in these past 15 years that many, many of our clients are behind the times. Technology advances about once every 5 years for every year. So in the past 15 years, we've really kind of sped up almost 30, 40 years of technology. We have AI that's running faster than we actually can control it. And we are making things in such ways that are getting smaller, faster, stronger. So much so that we're able to actually fold the screen on your cell phone and make it foldable. Samsung's doing that. Technology has advanced so far, and unfortunately, it's getting left behind for some. For example, 73% of seniors in the United States need help with technology. That comes from Statistica in 2024. Only 26% of the entire population feels confident in the technology that they have. Your cell phone, your smartwatch, your computer, your tablet. And what we're finding is that 90% of our population base, 65 and older, which comprises of about 70 to 80 million registered seniors, 65 and older, actually have a smartphone. So what that means is more of our population on this planet is digitally connected, and yet we don't have the skills or the knowledge on how to access it at any given time, which is where we have our problems, which is where we have most of the dilemma. What we find is that seniors are moving into much more unique fields, such as Zoom conferencing. Look at all of you right now. When in your lifetime did you ever think that you would be able to sit across multiple parts of the country talking to one another on a Tuesday night and have relationships with all these people simultaneously? That now is what the future is. And sometimes our clients get left behind, and that's what we take care of. Now, there's massive opportunities in terms of the divide with our generations. So our generation is trying to find ways of making virtual reality reality. And that has led to a lot of advancements and led to a lot of problems. Your generation are those who grew up with relatives and friends with human connection. We are the generation that is building the connection without humanity. We're dating each other with continental divides separating us. What was once impossible is now a 10-hour plane ride and video calling. We are making it so that the lines of reality can get blurred very, very easily, which is where it gets confusing. So VR space allows people to interact with each other across the entire planet in simultaneous time. And what we're receiving as phone calls these past couple of months are our clients in the 65 category older who are having trouble with dating apps, video games, virtual reality, to social media. We're seeing a very, very hip, modern senior citizen these past couple of months. So, what do we do? Well, we bridge the gap between technology and humanity. So when you're frustrated, our clients are calling in on hot calls, what we call hot calls. So that's frustrated, angry, confused, disoriented, or just lost. You have a problem you need to fix. You don't want to go on YouTube. You don't want to have to open up more tabs. You don't want to go ahead and ask more questions. You want to pick up the phone and get somebody on the phone. That's what we do. So in our standard operating procedure on the second page from the cover sheet is big bold letters. Every call is somebody's most important person. We treat every single call as if it was my grandmother, my mother, your mother. We treat everybody how you want to be treated. And what we found, just as one of your members said, common sense isn't so common. Who would have thought manners? Who would have thought just being polite and being friendly and welcoming and warm would have such a positive business effect? Well, in a world where you're seeing where companies don't want you to call them, companies are annoyed that you're actually bothering them to do something, and, well, there really isn't much interaction with a business and its clientele. Every time you call a bank or you call your healthcare provider, how long do you have to sit there on the phone? How many arguments do you need to have with a robot before you finally get somebody on the phone? We don't do that. For just our subscription a month, you get complete access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere in the world. And we are based in the U.S. All of our workers are based in the U.S. Our call center is in the U.S. And we are mostly focusing on the U.S. for now, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of people that need help, and what we've found over the course of our business is that you will never go broke when you try to do good for others. Now, tying this into the Rotary Club, what can be done is updating Facebook pages, having somebody that is on staff to post these type of meetings, the notes, engage in communities. What events are at the high school? When is the high school football game? When is the high school basketball game? Local colleges, putting out flyers, getting donations, setting up membership tables. There are many different ways that you can utilize technology in real time to gain the most effectiveness that you need for your organization. Sometimes you just need to be able to ask how, and that's what Tech Rescue here is for. Technology is not something that should be feared. It is a very powerful tool, much like everything that we've ever used before. The hardest thing that we have to ask is sometimes for help, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. Now, where we really found our biggest niche was in the assisted living facilities. Nurses were being used as tech support, and that takes away from other patients. It takes away from rehab. It takes away from the meal deliveries. So what we found is that there is some real opportunity for our business. And over the past 3 years, what we've noticed while speaking to assisted living facilities and speaking to nurses and doctors is that we've helped improve the life, we've helped improve the life quality for our clients. When you have something that just works, you feel a lot better. And when you know that you have somebody that you can call that can fix anything, you feel that much more confident. That's stress. And especially those in those facilities, stress is the last thing you need to have in an assisted living facility. Stress is the last thing. So we take that off the table. So where we can partner with each other is being able to share our networks. We have a vast network of different groups on Facebook that we all can partner with each other. We can help you absolutely for free, no cost at all. Just reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you with your Facebook posts. We can give you advice. We can give you tips. We are a community member that is now just coming into the community. My grandmother would have wanted it. My grandfather would have wanted it. Third Division Marine landed on Iwo Jima in the 4th wave. There's a lot of good that we can do in this world. We just need to just start doing it. And that's what Tech Rescue has been doing for the past 3 years. We've just been doing the good work. And now where we see the best opportunity that we can bring for our clients and our residents that we have in assisted living facilities is wearable technology. Who here is wearing a smartwatch? Raise your hands. Okay. With the next generation of smartwatches that are coming out, a small microscopic needle will be inserted into the back of those watches where your blood glucose level can be monitored in real time. Now, here's the scary part. Out of 80 million seniors that we have registered in the United States, only 14% of them do not have access to any senior care whatsoever. That's Meals on Wheels, that's the visiting nurses, that's the Mothers of St. Francis. There is no way for these people to get to a medical facility or be able to speak to a doctor. But how do we fix that? Well, in some of our marketing campaigns, we market to senior cares, we market to nurses, we market to churches and organizations like yourself, that if you know somebody who's not able to get to a facility, whether they live up a walk-up and it's hard for them to get down, whether they are immobile and cannot drive and somebody has to drive them, well, if they've got a tablet and computer, we can set that up for them. We're HIPAA compliant with our call center, and we can do all the setting up of networks through your healthcare and health provider so that you cannot miss a doctor's appointment. And on the day of the doctor's appointment, you call us up because you are a client. We'll set up the call, and now you can have a call with your doctor. You can have a call with a specialist. We can even set up your Uber account, which we have done for our clients. We have, for 3 occasions, set up an Uber, set up the drop off and pickup to a hospital or doctor's office, and facilitated the whole entire process. That's what we can do. That's the power of technology. And with us being in the community, we're more than happy to help any which way we can for our neighbors and friends. Does anybody have any questions?
Can you talk a little bit more about the subscription model and what that looks like?
So our subscription model is 2-based. We have $50 a month or $400 for the year, which is a 30% discount. And you get 24 access to our call center. You just call in, you will get somebody on the phone. If you are a client or a customer, your information will pull up and it will say, yes, Ms. Morphew, or yes, Mr. Richardson, or yes, Mr. Gilman, how can we help you today? You'll have all your information, your past instances pull up, or if you're a new client, we'll ask, how can we help you? We'll help you sign up, and then we'll take care of the problem. We use third-party encrypted bank sources for the connection to your tablet, phone, or computer. And once that connection is broken, we cannot gain access to you ever again. We have to do the entire process all over again. So you will receive an email or a text message. You'll click the link that will grant us access, and then we'll solve the problem. Whether it's find a file, work on a document that you need help on, connect your router to your Wi-Fi, your printer, your fax, whatever it may be. And in conclusion, we break that connection, and we cannot gain access to you whatsoever.
I was surprised for only $400 a year that you would go to the level of assisting with doctor's appointments and Ubering. I mean, is there a limit, or, I mean, I'm like, how is this feasible for you and your team?
We're very efficient at what we do. We keep our costs very, very close-minded. Data and statistics are something I specialize in with my economics degree. So we're very efficient at what we do.
So how many people do you have on staff?
I have currently 20 calls. I have 20 call members, a project manager, 6 sales teams members, 4 marketing team members, and 1 major project manager, and my board of directors and advisors. So in total, I'm a company of about 37 people.
That's pretty big. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations. So I asked in the chat if you would give me your contact information, because I immediately thought of my husband. He's 20 years older. He definitely needs help with technology. He gets really frustrated, and then I get frustrated because I'm trying to help him. And so I would definitely recommend him as a client.
So here's how we can look at this. How long does it take you to fix whatever it might be? Now, mind you, he comes in, he tells you he's got a problem, you roll your eyes, you're frustrated, you now have to get up and walk over. So, from the beginning of the scene to the conclusion, how long would you say that takes you to do?
I would say maybe 15 minutes. That's easy as like turn on Netflix. He just doesn't get it sometimes.
So let me ask you this. So the amount of effort isn't the issue. So the question then I have for you is, would you like to buy back your peace of mind?
Yes. That's why I would be like, you pay for this service, let them help you figure it out. Because it ends up us arguing, because I'm like, I mean, that's just what it is. You know, he couldn't get into his email. I forgot my password and I can't get into it. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it? You know, but he expects me to help because I'm younger.
You're on the couch, you got yourself tucked in, you're about ready to go.
No, I'm working. He's distracting me while I'm working.
That's more important.
Right? So no, I think this at $400 a year, that is money well spent.
Well then, if you're working, then my suggestion would be, how you calculate this out would be how much you make per hour.
Right.
How many times a day do you fix a problem? For how long? And then calculate it up per day, per week, per month, per year.
Right. Yes. This is money well spent.
There's actually saving you money.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Our first client, my very, very first client for Tech Rescue was a neighbor of mine who's a litigation lawyer. $700 an hour, and that's how we did the math. Him and his mother cost him and the firm somewhere in the neighborhood of around $2,700 for him to take care of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's not billing clients that money. That's out of his pocket.
Right, right. Yeah, so please put your information in the chat box. So I definitely want to share that.
I have a couple of questions. One, this is your $400 is an annual fee. Is every renewal, every year you renew for the same amount?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you spend with each client? As long as they need it, or do you limit them?
As long as it's needed.
Thank you.
Jericho, his contact information is on the screen.
Oh, I moved it to the gallery. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Let me just screenshot that real quick.
How much do you charge for that size?
$50 a month.
Oh.
For everybody.
You owe us.
Technically, I would owe you $20, $25 right now. I would owe you $25 to the Rotary Club.
I think this is awesome. Any other questions for Mr. Andrew?
Now, the thing that I found interesting for our company is that you folks are our basic clients, is that you have engaged in more activities than we have been able to keep up with. You are playing video games. You have spent almost 20% of last holiday season's overall spending for the United States seniors. You've bought more tech than anybody else in record. You've bought more accessories and technology than anybody else in record. You are an active group. You play video games. You're dating. You're engaged in social media. You're engaged in online presence. You are a fascinating group because you defy the original projection models that anybody had in terms of what the market segment would look like. You make up almost 22% of the purchasing power in this sector.
Well, like on Zoom, I attend quite a few meetings by Zoom. One of them is out of Scotland, and there's like 50-something members from 25 different countries. And sometimes we're all on at the same time, and sometimes it's morning, sometimes it's night, but we can all get together and share information. So,
So, let me ask you this. For your life, how important is that communication, that community that you've built online?
oh, that's why we're on Rotary Club. I mean, I'm always corresponding with somebody like this evening before I came on. It was somebody from England, or I have a friend in Taiwan, or I have people in Australia and Austria, Germany that I talk with, and we communicate either text, Zoom, used to be Skype, whatever. I've gone from wherever I could be in Russia and conduct a meeting. So I'm pretty tech. A lot of the stuff goes beyond me, but I can handle for what I need. Now with David, he's having trouble getting into dating side, he said. He didn't hear that.
That's all right. We can help set up his profile and see if we can find him a dance partner.
Where do I find them? You handle that?
Oh,
I'm sure we can figure it out.
All right.
no, we've only gone together for 30 years, so.
We've been together 3 happy years.
Now, did she tell you to say happy, or did you memorize?
No, that's his.
Are you happy?
Of course, he does all my cooking. How can I not be happy?
We're both telling the truth. I've been together 3 happy years. We've been together 31 years.
But no, we're just joking aside.
You know?
Lynette, I don't think you sound
Oh, well, that's okay. Like I said, he does all my cooking, so I'm not gonna complain. So, anyway. And we're gonna have a big road trip coming up next month. We'll be together 3.5 weeks, driving up to Canada and Oregon and Utah and back home. So we've got a lot of time to be together. Oh, Chris is coming on. He's been with the kids, one of his kids' programs.
Oh, perfect.
So we always say family first.
Yes, absolutely.
So hello, Chris. Let's see.
Rotary was awkward. What?
What?
You mean?
One of the things, like when David first started in computers, he went to A&M, and their computer system, they had 2 kilobytes of memory.
Well, it was the size of 2 refrigerators.
So he's
Wow.
progressed a little bit with your phone. And then,
Yeah, the compressing power back then was nothing. I mean, first sets of computing algorithms were nothing more than punch cards. Were nothing more than punch cards that were.
oh yeah,
What we use?
yeah.
Heard them, I've heard them.
I don't know if you can see this. This is his phone.
Oh wow.
But this is the new version of it. It's harder to use than my Apple phone.
Okay.
So,
I'm sure we can figure that one out too.
yeah, I've been going through it. And I just push buttons.
I'm married to a sister that she saw my flip phone. She was the director of the 45,000 person computer software company. She said, "You still using a flip phone?"
Because it works.
But it was an older model of this thing. And we were at a Rotary meeting in Virginia. And he and 2 other seasoned members had their flip phones out. And I took a picture of them. That's where his sister says, I can't believe that's my brother. But anyway,
Because it works. You forget, ma'am. Men are very simple creatures. If it works, we don't touch it.
yeah, right.
Well, they say if it ain't work, don't fix it.
There you go. And I'll tell you the truth. The components that we used in the older phones were much more sturdier and much more forgiving than they are now. Things are made to break now. That's capitalism. We don't make anything to last. We make it to break. So you're guaranteed to have a break eventually. That's why after 2 years, your cell phone, if you have a modern phone, it slows down. You get glitches. You start having problems because it's supposed to do that. Because you need to buy a new phone.
Don't just say that. I have an iPhone 10. So it still works great. Now, my first phone was in a bag about the size of a shoebox. And that was my first cell phone. So. Well, we thank you very much for coming on. And I think Jarek is excited about it.
I am. I'm already messaging Andy. I'm like, you've got to get this program. This will help us so much.
We're going to stop. We've been stopping dinner fights for now 3 years.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrew, for your time tonight. Thank
Of
you.
course, thank you.
Richard Gilman, thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you as a guest. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen.
One other thing, if you can come in at any time, and at any time, if you would like to join into Rotary, you're more than welcome to join us.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll take you up on that.
Okay, we'd love to have you.
All right. Well, please join me in stating the 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it
true?
Second,
It's
is
a
it fair to
federal
all
concern.
concerned? Third,
Will
will
build
it
goodwill and
better
bad
friendships?
friendships.
Fourth, will it
Be
be
beneficial to all concerned.
And fifth, will
Will
it
be fun.
I appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for your time. and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Cheers.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Bye.